I'm actually doing a call right now. So thanks for jumping on tonight. So I'm just going to start because otherwise I'm taking time with Rachel that I really want to interview. So just a little bit about myself. I started about 6 months ago, really skeptical, really like, oh, I don't know about this. Starting to do the products about, well, in that 2 months, a bit like, okay. And then I went to my first event, and now I actually know that events definitely work because that changed my whole mindset about osteogenics and what it actually is and how it works and why it works, how it works. So by that time, England just started, and we just got to know that the Netherlands will start soon too. So I think for me, that was a thing that was like, how do you say that? Yeah, that was just exciting to us that we got another reason to do this. And I just came in the right spot, in the right moment in my life, because I was really missing something in my life. I was really missing to work for myself, and with this I can actually do it. And so yeah, I'm still doing a lot of hours next to my full-time job. I'm doing everything because Rob and Ria, of course, are my sponsors, so they are my coaches. So I'm actually, and this is funny because I wanted to tell you how I started, and we also, of course, Rob and Ria, we met at a garage sale, and the first thing that they actually, well, we were just chatting and we just connecting and clicking, and we're like, oh, okay. And then I think 2 days later we did coffee with them, and we were like, oh my god, you awesome people. And they talked about the products, and we were interested definitely about the business. And still nowadays they coach me really good. I do exactly what they tell me. And this is what coaches are, I think, and this is for me. Like, sometimes you love them, sometimes they're pressuring you, and sometimes you're like, oh my god, I can't do this, and then you're still doing it because they believe in you. And I think that's a great thing, how a coach needs to be. And just, yeah, chat with your coaches what you want from them, or chat with other people how they can inspire you. And I think that is what I learn every day, and what I learn every day from all the people I'm talking now to, and from Rob and Ria, and from even the people in the Netherlands now, because we made a whole team now in the Netherlands together with a couple of friends, and actually the whole page, we made a Dutch page, and it's going so good. Like, we started it like 2 months ago, maybe a bit. And then just people, and we were just chatting to people, just talking to people, and that's what we did. We didn't do anything special. We didn't do anything weird or anything. We just started to chatting with people, and people that we already knew, people that were friends of ours, or people were old schoolmates or whatever. And now we're having a page, and they all started last week, and it's going so good. Like, we have this weigh moment today, and we're already down to 15 kilos for the whole team. So that's really good. So yeah, that's what I do. And then actually, and I wanted to talk about why, and I'm gonna get my notes. So what did I do? And I think what really is a thing that I like to do is work hard. And if I don't know, if I want something, I'll work for it. And I think this is what I love to do. And I love to connect with people, and I love to work hard. and I love to challenge myself. So yeah, I definitely work my ass off, I think. I put a lot of hours in Isogenics a day, and well, that pays off, of course. So I'm really excited to hear from Rachel what she does a day. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. So of course I didn't know, like last week we went first manager 1 star. So and we did that in 1 week. So yeah, we're really excited for that. It was a bit weird because we got this awesome post on Facebook, and then all the leaders were like, congrats, congrating us, and we were like, oh my god, what's going on? And then we talked we talked a lot with big leaders. So yeah, it was just an amazing week for us, and it was really fun. So actually that fired me up even more. I was like, oh my god, I want to talk to more people. And then of course we had this call last week, and then I was like, oh, okay, let's interview somebody that is inspiring to me. And I found a couple of people in the UK, and I was not really clicking, and it was weird. And on Saturday, this last Saturday, I was still like, I don't know, and I was like in this bit of a negative vibe. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And then I saw a post about Rachel, and instantly I was like, oh my god, this is the person I want to talk to, and I want to see how she'd done it. And so yeah, and I think that is the key, that you want to learn from other people. That is, for me, a really great thing that I get a lot of takeaways from, to just talk to other people, talk to people that doing other stuff, connect with people that you don't know, or leaders from other leaders, coaches from other coaches, talk as much with people that you want to connect with or talk to. And I think my biggest takeaway from everything is to don't try to be somebody that you're not. I'm just being me. I'm just being honest to the people I talk to. I'm being honest about what I do, what I use, and I get the best results in that. I'm just, and I don't want to sell things. I just want to, help people. And I said to Rachel just now, I said, like, I don't want to, like, I still don't know a lot about you, share, they share. And you know what? I don't care. I just like to do what I like to do, and that's connect with people, and talk to them, and make good relationships, and just building relationships. So yeah, at this stage, we just having an awesome team in the Netherlands, and we are still expanding. And actually, there's one Dutchie on there now, and that's Nico. So he's looking with us, so that's good. Yeah, and just have fun. I think that's the major key. But
that's awesome, Mon. Love it.
Yeah, so we're gonna
love it.
Yeah, sorry, Tol. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no. I was just gonna say, yeah, that's awesome. Love it, and it's 2:30 or 2:40 a.m. now where Rach is, so we really appreciate her taking the time to jump on. So yeah, we'll get stuck in and intro her and
definitely
get some takeaways from her.
Definitely. So Rachel Thomas, we spoke a bit this week already. So who doesn't know Rachel? Like, Rachel is one of the biggest names you have seen maybe in this Facebook week. She is a lovely, awesome woman. She's doing Isogenics a little bit over 2 years. She was actually working in another network marketing business for over 16 years. She did the ISO Derby top achievers first year, 4-star crystal executive, and 8-star ranked platinum. She loves people and she just loves to connect with people. And she's going to talk about a lot of things today. So, welcome, Rachel. I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you for having me. What a nice introduction.
Well, I don't know if it's good enough because you're doing so much and you're such amazing. And thank you so much that you want to do this at night because it's crazy how good you look at the moment.
Thanks.
So, yeah, let's go into it. So, first question, how did your life look like before Isogenics, like your health? And you were working for this another business, and yeah, how did your life look like 2 years ago?
Well, before Isogenics, I actually worked really, really hard in this other company, and my body was really hurting. I was 38 years old, and I felt like I was 68. I would wake up in the morning just with a lot of inflammation and pain. It's very overweight, and I was in a culinary job, so I ate a lot of food, and people knew me really well for being an incredible cook. So I think in that world, I just was kind of, teaching people how to make good food. And when I started Isogenics, my friend Trudy Maples introduced me to Isogenics. You probably heard of her too. She had been with the company for just a few weeks, and she came over to my house, and she just had this incredible glow on her skin, and I just wanted to feel better. And I had wanted to do something, but I wasn't sure what. I tried a lot of diets and things, and nothing really was working for me. I'd lose some weight, but then I'd gain it back plus 10. So I just decided I didn't want to do any more weight loss programs. I was just going to try to maintain where I was. And then she just looked good, and she had great energy. And I decided that I would go ahead and give it a try. That 30-day money-back guarantee really hooked me in. And within about 5 days, I was not going to do the business. And you always hear people say that, but absolutely not going to do the business because I loved what I was doing. But after about 5 days, it was in my body, and I felt like I'd swallowed a rainbow. I just felt so good. And I couldn't not tell people about it. It was like this conviction, and probably a lot of you feel that same way, where you have to share. You can't not tell people. And so I had this problem because I had this other company I worked for, and I had signed an agreement I wouldn't do anything else. And so I had to literally give up my entire career of 16 years, all of my income, if I was going to enroll one person with Isogenics. And after about 30 days that it was in my body, I had to do it. So I gave up my entire other business, and it was almost like running and jumping off a cliff, and it truly felt like that. There was a lot of fear around it, but I also felt like I had to. And goodness gracious, I'm so glad I did. Within a few months, I was making, I had replaced my income, and by 5 months into Isogenics, I had quadrupled my previous income. And now it's like I made on Monday the equivalent of what I made in a year before. So it's crazy how different it is.
I love that.
But sometimes we all get stopped by fear, and fear is a really real thing that comes in any form, and especially in Isogenics, because the fear of just talking to a person, or the fear of what if they think I'm crazy, or the fear of oh gosh, I've been doing Isogenics for 2.5 years, and I don't have the after picture that I want yet, so people must be thinking I don't do the products, but I use them every single day. Whatever the dumb story we tell ourselves in our head, we just have to kind of get out of that fear. And it's all about that, every day doing something that you are totally uncomfortable by. I don't know if you've heard David Wood speak, but he always talks about the comfort zone and getting outside of the comfort zone, and then you go into the unknown zone. Jumping off that cliff, total unknown zone. But oh my goodness, the people that I've met and well, there's money. You guys, if you're motivated by money, hello, that's there. You want to make some new friends, you want to be around a positive tribe, that's there. I met the Loveys in Bali because I put Barefoot and Bali on my vision board. The first week I was in Isogenics because it was like outside the realm of what I could actually do in this life is go somewhere exotic like that. It was the most exotic place I could think of. And you know, there's no Americans in Bali because it's too exotic. And so there I had that on my vision board. And then I met Rachel and Greg McConnell. And then they invited me to their wedding. And then here I was in Bali. And there's like nothing you can't do. I mean, you think about it, you visualize it, and then you go to work. So sorry, that was too much to answer. Next question, please.
Okay. That was awesome. That's good. That's good. I love that. Hey, so you were talking about how your life changed in like a short period of time, but what did you do differently than what you did in the other company? What did you do in these 5 months?
The other company was selling a product, and then I had to sell it again, and then I had to sell it again, and then I had to sell it again. The stuff I sold didn't break. So I was always having to find something new. I sold kitchen gadgets, you guys. So I'd sell you a knife, then I'd sell you a cutting board, then a pot or a pan, or, you know, it was just like, and it was really good stuff that lasted, and I loved it. But in Isogenics, it's consumable. People eat the food, and then they have to reorder. I mean, hello, if somebody would have told me that 16 years ago, get into a consumable product line that people need and become emotional connection. This is an emotional connection people have with these products. They feel better. The energy, like how many of you will never not have a shake for breakfast? I mean, we all want to keep having a shake. And now people go online and they order. What I never had ever experienced before Isogenics was this residual income, where I talked to somebody 2.5 years ago about these shakes, and they bought some, and they've been buying them and buying them and buying them ever since for 2.5 years. And then they've gotten their friends doing it too. I mean, that is the craziest, most incredible part, is that I don't have to keep on pounding the pavement. Like, I still talk with people and I still enroll people, but my customers from 2 years ago are still ordering, and that's mind-blowing to me.
So you just inspired people, and that was your first thing? Or?
I would say 60-70% of the people that I enrolled that first year are still using the products.
Yeah. And that was because they heard your story, or was it because you said, hey?
I'm very committed to helping people have a great product experience. For me, that first 5 days was completely, because I'm a food addict. So I had to kind of learn about that and deal with that. But I had a coach, like you were talking about, the Lovies. I had a coach calling me every day, checking in, saying, how's it going? Do you have any questions? What can I help you with? Throw some ice in there and blend it. It'll make it really creamy and delicious. Like, it doesn't matter, but I was looking at a box full of powder, and I love food. And so it was really knowing she was going to call, knowing I had accountability, and knowing that I had this goal that we had talked about. It just kind of kept me going. And I believe that first, 10 days is so important to really just, you don't have to hold their hands forever. You just have to hold their hands real tight in the beginning. And then I also only sell value packs. Like, that's the only pack I sell or share. I don't ever think I'm selling. And the reason I do the value pack is because it's got a 93% success rate, where 93% of people reorder. And with the 30-day pack, it's only like 70% reorder. So I don't want 70% success. I want 93% success. I want them to have, I don't want a 30% chance of failure. And I think when people have some skin in the game, they're a lot more committed when they put that, and if I'm going to be partnering with somebody and really helping them through, I really want them to have the whole enchilada. I think of that value pack as the whole enchilada, and the other packs are like the enchilada without the cheese and the sauce. And I don't want to eat that enchilada for a month, I want to eat the full one with all the cream and the cheese. I love cheese.
I love that, Rachel. Thank you so much. That's funny. Hey, so the first year you achieved top achievers. So can you tell us a bit, because you're also talked about your secret weapon, your great duplicatable system. Can you tell us a bit more about how you normally work, what you do? Tell us.
Well, when I got started with Isagenix, you have to remember I have this 16-year career and I had built a team and I'd already been kind of through the ropes. So I want you guys to remember that, like, you can't compare your day one to my day, hundreds of days. I have a master's degree in network marketing. If you think about the amount of years I might have gone to school for it, my school was doing it. So a doctorate degree, actually. So I am very far advanced in the game. I'm not saying that you can't be as successful as me without 16 years. What I'm saying is, please remember, your speed does not equal how good you are. You're learning as you go. And so when I came in, I already knew that I was massively overwhelmed by everything that I was seeing on all the pages and stuff. I remember just feeling like, oh my gosh, like a fire hose in my mouth. And so, do you have fire hoses there? I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. But it just felt like so much information coming at me. So what I had to do is I was like naturally breaking this down for myself, thinking if someday I ever share this with somebody, I need it to be in a format that's duplicatable, easy, and understandable. So I created the welcome note. So I'm going to just, in the chat right now, show you this note. Oh, shoot, that was just to the Levies privately because okay, let me do it again. Okay, so, oh, sorry. I have this text replacement that I do. Do you see how I type WCM and then I do that? Okay, so that's the welcome note that I use. And this system has really helped people. Again, we want to go back to the mindset of people as they're getting started. They're excited, and we wait a few days until their box comes to talk to them and open the box again. So I send this note to them right in the moment. They've just given me a lot of money, and I respect that it's a lot for whatever level people are at. They've just spent quite an investment in themselves. So I want to make sure that they're leaving me with something that they can read and digest. So I send them this welcome link. Now this note, it's done through the app Evernote, which is my favorite app ever. Who's using Evernote? Anyone? No one? Oh no. Oh no. You guys have got to learn Evernote. I'm going to send you my next system, Team. Wait, IST. There we go. The second phase is, I'm not going to be able to teach you this one because it's we simply don't have time. I'm going to go through the welcome note with you. I actually have, here's my 3 systems. Let's see, ENS. Oh, that's not going to work. ENS. Okay, it's on my phone. So, oh, here's the one. Pretend I just sent you this in Isopulse. Okay, so everything I do is really quick and really fast and really I'm always trying to save time. So I do a lot of text replacements in my phone, and with a few keystrokes, I can send a message or an idea, or for example, you share, they share, repeat. Oh gosh, it's not in my, it's not nearly as effective because I'm not on my phone. My phone has all my text replacements and my computer has some of them. I don't know why they didn't all translate, but okay, so we go to the welcome note and we click on it. Did everybody click on it yet? Did you touch it with your mouse and just open it? Because it's pretty cool. You can open it without having Evernote yet. And I'm going to just do a quick share screen so you can see what we're looking at. Oh, I was going to share my screen. Okay. I don't know why I'm having some technical difficulties right now, but for some reason it's not letting me share my screen. Is that because of your, oh, here it is. Okay, so here's the welcome note. So when I send this message to somebody, it's just this little part right here. You just can copy it and paste it and text it to someone, send it through a private message. It's an email. There's lots and lots of people using my welcome note. The Norries, the Harders, Patty Cepeda, Lynn Hagedorn, Jill Bowman, Tanya Kirkpatrick has been using it from the beginning. So this is the welcome note that we use. So when I send this to somebody and they've got their phone, I say, okay, I just sent you your welcome letter. And it's so quick and easy, it's duplicatable. Do you guys see how anybody on your teams could copy and paste this? So I say, okay, don't touch it. So then I have them touch it on their phone and it opens up this welcome note. And it's very simple. See, it's not overwhelming because I really wanted to keep it really simple. And all that anybody cares about in the beginning is how to rock out a shake day. So with them, I say, okay, now I want you to click on this, how to rock out a shake day. And what opens up, and I hope that maybe this is not screen sharing. I have to go out, stop share, back in. What they see now is the how to rock out a shake day piece. And this is the shake day planner. If they click on snack options, it'll give them a bunch of snack ideas, shake recipes. You know, how do we make the shake still taste good 2 years later? I was a chef, so I put together some fun recipes. How many calories should I eat? Everybody's different because we're all starting at a different weight. We're all different heights. Some are men, some are women. So this is how they can figure out how many calories a day they need to do, how to do a guideline. So, and then they've got the notes that link them back to the tools that we have. Everything I have in here links people back to the tools because I love the Isogenics tools. It's just they're all over the place, and when somebody's brand new, they don't know how to find anything. So I just kind of simplified that process to help people find it. And you guys, if people know how to do the program, and then you're there supporting them, and then they're having amazing results, then they're going to start looking better, and then people are going to start walking up to him saying, what are you doing? And then you just have to help them through that golden question. So every single person, when they get started, I tell them, it's about vision casting. You are going to be receiving these compliments, and so you need to be ready. And it could be 10 days from now that people are going to start noticing. 10 days, 3 weeks, but 3 weeks from now, I want to come back to your house and I want to have an event where your friends, you can invite them over and I can help them figure out, so you can invite them. And then they always are like, oh, no, I want to wait till I have results. Oh, you will have results. Let's just pencil it in. And I do it in pencil, like I can erase it or something. Pencil it in. And, I'll check in with you a few days before and see if you've got anybody coming. So then I start building up you should invite them to your thing. Oh, remember we've got that thing? You should invite them over. And then I was like, hey, can I bring one of my team members or there's somebody else I have that wants to take a look, and and we'll make some shakes for people. And pretty soon we have a full-blown tasting event, you guys. And it's so as we're going. And when they know you're coming, they're going to have at least 2 friends come over, and then I might bring a couple people, or I might have a team member that comes and edifies and adds value and shares their story, and I give them a chance to share their story in front of their small group. And when they start getting comfortable sharing their story, then they'll share it with everyone. But you want them to have that experience in that setting of sharing their story. People are scared shitless to share their story. So you just get them used to doing this. So I do these little tasting events, and it could be, I'm not stuck on how many people show up. If there's 2 or 3 people there, or if there's 30 people there, it doesn't matter to me because I'm going to be changing lives. I'll take 2 or 3 at a time. I'll take 30 at a time. It's fine. I just want to change lives. And when you start doing these things regularly, so here's the other thing I wanted to teach you. I don't even know how much more time I have. I think I'm almost out of time. Is it okay if I keep talking? You said 30 minutes. So I have a very simple program that I stuck into my brain so that I could be successful right away. Because remember, I gave up my entire income and I went all in with Isogenics. Now, we don't recommend that you do that. It's good if you have a job. I just couldn't. I didn't have a choice, at least not with integrity. So so still do your job, and it gives you a warm market and people to talk to. But I just went all in, and I had to replace my income. So I had about 3 months worth of savings that I had because I'm a saver and I'm kind of frugal. So I had 3 months worth of savings. So I figured I had a few months just to get to the point of making, my goal was $3,000 a month. I started May 1st building, and by September I needed to be making $3,000 a month. And so I figured out a plan to make that happen. Do you want to know what that plan was? Okay, so the plan, and $3,000, I don't know how it relates to your money or whatever, but just go with me here for a second. So I know that for every 10 conversations you have, you'll enroll one person. Why do I know that? Because it's a statistic, it's a law, it's like how it is in this business. You've probably heard it from stage before. You have to have lots of conversations, right? But it's 1 in 10 will enroll. So knowing 1 in 10 will enroll, then how many conversations do I have to have in a week in order to enroll 2 people? How many?
How many?
20. How many conversations to enroll 2 people would I have to have based on statistics?
20.
20. Okay. So how many is that a day? If we're doing 7 days a week, that's 3 a day. 3 conversations. That's morning, noon, and night. Somebody in the morning, somebody in the afternoon, somebody at night. Can you guys fit that into the pockets of your life? 3 conversations a day. Now this is 3 conversations with people that have not had isogenics exposure. So you're thinking of people in your life. You're responding to Facebook inquiries. You're responding. You're building interest. We have all the ways of building interest, but you have to have those conversations. And a lot of times we hide behind our computer or phone. But if you have actual conversations with people, it's way, way more effective. So 3 conversations a week. It's 3-2-1 that I'm showing you. 3 conversations a day will equal 2 enrollments a week based on statistics. There's those weeks that it all comes together and you have like 5 enrollments, and then there's the ones that you have crickets. But I'm saying average. If you have 3 conversations a day, you'll enroll 2 people a week. And I always like to rank advance 1 person every single week, at least at the beginning, because I knew I had to get to executive fast. I had to get to executive fast so that I could work out this, leadership pool stuff, which people kept talking about the pools. I didn't understand it. I just knew I had to get there. They just said, get to the pools as fast as you can. I later found out the pools are pools full of cash that you swim around in and you just drink it up. You guys, I made $33,000 in the pools last month. Like for the October pool. 33 grand. Are you effing kidding me right now? That's like insane. But that's just because there's momentum and there's growth and everybody's pouring in, because having duplication, don't ever do anything unless you feel like other people can do it. Don't ever model anything that's not duplicatable. You say something like, I work all the time. I'm working so hard. I'm working so many hours. Okay, but is it hard work or is it heart work? You want to paint a picture that this is not hard. It's just you're pouring your heart into people and you're helping them. And we get these wonderful payoffs like people losing weight and people feeling incredible. And our job every day is help people be a better version of themselves. I mean, it's the greatest job ever. It's better physically, better mentally. I mean, we have to do a lot of mindset stuff, let's be honest. I mean, if anyone on this call can tell me that they haven't changed mentally on this journey, I'd call you a liar, because everybody has to. You have to every day pour into personal development, pour into like great books, podcasts, and just learning what you can to stay up. Being on this call right now, are you feeling like this is helping you stay up? That's what we do. We have to do this so that we can develop our mind, develop our body, develop our spirit. I know that spiritually I am a totally different person. I now have a faith in God, and you can call it whatever you want. I call it God, Jesus. That's my faith. But I know that I am doing something that's meaningful and impactful and changing lives, because I'm seeing it every single day. I've never walked a path with so much purpose, because I love what I do, because I love the people that I serve, and because I give them my heart and my all, people come from, and people want to be a part of what we're doing. People want to do what you're doing when you're being the kind of person that people want to be around. You are not selling Isagenix. You're selling yourself. Don't confuse this. You're selling yourself, and people, if they want to be around you, they'll buy whatever you're selling. And I don't mean that in a like weird salesman kind of way. I'm just saying, you know, if I was showing you one of my knives right now, you'd buy the knife because you trust me and you believe in what I'm talking about. And everybody bought the knife, and then they bought the thing, and now they buy their food. I used to teach you how to cook. Now I teach you how to eat. Like, it's the food I'm selling now. What a smarter idea that ever came around. Consumable. Did you have more questions for me? I got a little
good. I love this. Go on.
What's the next question?
I love this. I love your energy. Oh my God. I think you actually answered a lot of my questions, you know that.
Yeah, so, I think I was kind of trying to go through these.
Can we just congratulate you on what you just achieved, like yesterday?
Like yesterday?
Come on. All right, Rachel, give your hands up for Rachel, because she's in the Millionaires Club.
4680.
So, hey, Rach, what is your biggest takeaway, your biggest tips? And I know you already shared a lot of tips for us, like the last 2 years. What do you want to say to us? And geez, you already gave us a lot of information and a lot of things that we can actually take away. But yeah, what would you say to us? So.
I would say comparison is going to kill you. And every single one of you are doing it, because I know that, because I do it too. And when you start comparing yourself with other people, that's when you start to really spiral down and lose your mojo. So stop it. You can't compare yourself, because you're uniquely you. I mean, you're going to bring something, you're going to bring people into this business that I could never reach, because it's you. It's authentically you. And a lot of times we keep trying so hard to do what other people are doing. Well, if I just do it exactly like that person does it, then I'll be successful. No, you have to do it the way you do it. If there's anything I could ever teach anyone, it's trust your instincts, follow your inspirations. I use prayer, you know, but in the morning I have people that come to my mind. The 3 names come to my head. I don't have to force it. I don't have to like wonder where these people are coming from, because I just call people when they come to my mind. And you know they do. You guys are always thinking of people. Oh, I should talk to that person, but are you doing it? It's acting on that inspiration. What if that person was praying because they were looking for a solution and you didn't pick up the phone and talk to them? So God has to use somebody else. And I don't know if it's famous to talk about God in Australia. I can't remember. I'm sorry. It's some of my new thing that I'm really getting. I'm really understanding. And it's really been since Celebration that I really got that this is about helping people become more spiritually aware. It's about helping people financially, but because what you can do with the finances. The other day I got a call from my sister who lives in Puerto Rico, and she was crying on the phone. We haven't spoken in 4 years because she kind of hates my guts, but I can't understand it because I'm so nice. But she hates me. And last thing she said to me was, F you, you're dead to me. And so we haven't spoken in 4 years, but she calls me on the phone in tears saying, Rachel, I need to put some stuff aside and tell you there's people dying all over around me. They're not reporting the numbers. There's people dying in the hospital. They need water. They need anything so that they don't die. And I was able to wire her a ton of money, like more money than I can even say on this call right now, because I can help people. I could literally save lives that day. Diapers, formula, water for people dying in a country that matters to me. And it's repaired my relationship with my sister totally. And also, I feel good in the world because I know I can do these things. You may want to go buy yourself a Bentley with the money, whatever. I want to save a country, so that's what I'm doing. And because I have Isagenix, I can do the things that I want to do. I can jump on a flight to Haiti, and I can save little babies after a hurricane. And I did that. You know, and I do these things because it matters in the world. So if you have a heart for contribution, this is a vehicle. I've never seen anywhere else that I've been able to make $1 million for starters, and also freaking $1 million. I mean, are you kidding me right now?
That is so awesome. Oh my God.
I just put my pants on the same way as everybody else. I'm just a normal person, you guys. If I can do it literally. But you have to get out of comparing yourself, and you have to learn how to say hear no and not feel rejected, and you have to learn how to, you know, follow your inspirations, and you have to learn how to do it anyway. If you're scared, do it anyway. If you're uncomfortable, do it anyway. Make it a game. Today, that makes me uncomfortable. I better do it. And I did that every day for like the first year. Oh gosh, I'm very uncomfortable wearing a belt on the outside of my dress. I'm going to do it anyway. You know, like stupid shit. And I did it anyway. Like a 2 a.m. call with a bunch of strangers that I found out I knew a couple of them. But you know, you just kind of do it.
Oh my God.
They're going to love me. I just know it. That's what I told myself all day today. I'm sure I have something to say.
Oh my God. I don't even think that you will fall asleep after this call.
I know, I probably won't. I just might as well just keep working through the night. I have a lot to do.
Oh my
The
God.
last 6 weeks, you guys, that's the only 6-week leadership pool ever of any, if any of you, who's playing in pools right now? Any directors or executives out there? This is like the biggest stinking deal ever. And you have 6 weeks to grab a lot of cash. So just, you know, rocking it out.
That's so cool. And I love your goals, Rachel. I love it. Like what you said, like I want to achieve, like I want to go to $3,000 in a couple of months, and you did it, and now you're doing this. This is just amazing.
Oh, I never told you how much I made in September that year that I needed to make $3,000. I made $12,000.
Oh.
4 months after I started. My first month pay was $1,800. Second month was $3,000. The third month was $3,600. Then it was $9,000, and I thought I had a hernia. And then $12,000. I'm like, why do they keep giving me all this money? This job is too much fun for me to be getting paid this well. I kept almost saying, Kathy, you can take some of it back. And I made the mistake of saying, it's too much. I need to stop saying that to them. Because every time I get paid on a Monday, I pee a little. Because it's like so much money.
Oh my God, you're so funny. Well, if this is not working out, you can always be a comedian.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Rachel.
Probably because I'm delirious in the middle of the night.
All right, let's go to some questions. If people have some questions, if we still have a bit of time, but I think everybody is fired up a bit.
Oh, prayers and pina coladas. That's a good one. Any questions? Nobody's got a question for me.
I do, Rach.
All right.
So we have quite a few of our team are mums, like busy full-time mums. Obviously, what I'd love to know for them, because Rhea and I have time, we're obviously not parents, but what I'd love is some advice for the mums and the busy people out there on how to build this in the cracks of their days. Like obviously you mentioned that talking to 3 people a day statistically should get you a couple of enrollments a week, but what do you suggest? Like you're the queen of organisation. What do you think would be the best way for people to structure their days when they're still working and still have kids?
Oh, that's a great question, Rob. First of all, I want you to know I have an 18-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 6-year-old. So we're back at the elementary school. Isn't that fun? So I definitely know, and it's not like I have 2 teenagers. I have 10 because all of their friends are always here all the time. So yeah, I understand the busy mom thing for sure. And what I would recommend is all people need to make sure they keep their priorities, because I could work 16-hour days. There is no doubt about it. There is plenty of work to do, and I could just work all the time. I actually have done that before. I'm kind of a workaholic by nature, and I decided in this business, especially because I have little Lily and she's six, that I wanted to have more time being a mama and reading her stories. And I take those little pockets and have a tea party because I don't want to miss that time. And because of that, I feel blessed. I feel like I have the balance. A lot of times we think about all the things we should do, right? And we're always like focused on what we should. And I'd like to encourage people, and I always like to encourage moms especially because they're most likely to beat themselves with a perfection stick, let's be honest. When you are shoulding, you need to change the should for could and realize that you can be the chooser. If you say, okay, I could go read a story to Lily, or I could get on this phone call, then when I choose it, then I'm not feeling guilty. What happens with moms is they're feeling guilty when they're spending times with their kids because they should be working more on their business. And when they're working on their business, they feel like they should be spending more time with their kids. So mom guilt comes into play big time, huge. And so what you want to do is you want to let them have permission to play with their kids so that then when you can put the kids away, set that aside, then they can go in and know that they're making a difference also in their business. Replace should with could, and I swear it makes all the difference. And I did this. I've been in this business while my babies were small, while I had babies in the womb, and I know this more than anything how that mom guilt plays in. And so when they say I'm having a hard time finding time, it's not that they don't have time; it's that they're not managing the time, and they're also spending a lot of time feeling guilty. Does that help? Okay. Any other
question? Great answer, by the way. How do you even say that to people, like with busyness and stuff? Like, how do you actually talk to people like, hey?
The words are something like this. This business doesn't build itself, right? You have to schedule time for your business. So if that means that you actually put it in your calendar and you physically leave your house so that you can do your work. Maybe they'll go to a Starbucks or a Panera or something. I don't know what you have around there. Maybe it's making an arrangement with the other parent, because I always love it when people are like, oh yeah, my husband's babysitting. No, he's fathering and you're at a meeting. So stop calling it babysitting because it's a partnership. So it's also creating like that partnership with for people who are married and have children. They have another partner, and maybe somebody, if we're talking about single parents, which sometimes we are, it's finding another partner in their life. Maybe they have a friend who's in a similar situation where they can exchange time with each other. I'll watch your kids for 4 hours on Tuesday if you'll watch my kids on 4 hours on a Thursday, and people can set up swaps like that. They do, if they don't do this, they're going to have to leave and go do another job. So consider that this is like that, only you get to be flexible with when you go. You have to go to work. Just like you'd clock in at a regular job, the hardest part about being in business for ourselves is we actually have to tell ourselves to go to work. And that's something that's really hard for people to do because they've never had to have that much self-discipline before. And that's all it is. It's self-discipline, it's self-mastery, it's part of that mental work. But I really, really, really think that the most important, you guys are going to hate me and probably want to gag when I say finding their why, because if you know why you're doing it, then you'll actually get through those hard moments. You'll be able to pick up the phone again after somebody says no, if your reason for doing it is great enough. And it wasn't, at Celebration, I found my why was for the people on their knees looking for a solution. That's what really resonated with me. Sometimes we have to redevelop our own why. Sometimes we're like, why we started isn't really why we started, and sometimes it's just really digging deep and taking time to I just do something simple with my team. Can I share a quick little activity you can do with your team? You have them write on a piece of paper, number 1 through 10. And have them write down all the reasons that they do isogenics. And the first 5, 6, 7 even are going to be easy. I'll say money, time freedom, lifestyle, whatever. They'll say all these things, and they'll get to number 7, and they'll go, why? And then you just keep pushing and prodding. Maybe they have 15 that they write down. It's those very last ones that are getting closer to what their why is. It's never the money. It's what they can do with the money. It's never the time freedom. It's how they want their life to be. And it's when people really discover that their purpose and their mission, that's the kind of stuff that drives people. It's not paying off debt. It's that feeling of writing that last paycheck to the bank and sending it, and that feeling that you have of being out of debt. That's why people do it. Money doesn't drive people. You have to figure out what they're doing with it that drives people. I don't even know if I answered your question, but that was what I felt inspired to say. I'm terrible at actually answering the question. You ask a question and I may not actually answer it. Sorry.
I love it. You do your own question, and I'm just listening here because I'm just fully listening. This is so good. Thank you so much. Hey guys, I have more questions for this awesome lady who's making so much time for us. Rachel. So everybody's questions are answered, I think, Rachel.
We all know how to do isogenics now. Just go out there and make your million, because I just taught you how to do it in 30 minutes.
Boom! Did it. I love it. And thank you for sharing all your stories, all your system and how you're doing it, and all your energy, because your energy is awesome at almost 3 o'clock at night for you. So
thanks for reaching out to me. It was really, really sweet of you, and it turned out it worked out great because I don't have to be up early. I can sleep in.
It worked awesomely. No, so thank you so much for being such an inspiration to all of us, and especially because you did it in 2 years, and I know it's not. You can never compare yourself to somebody else, but you did such a great job. I can just applaud you, and yeah, definitely thank you so much for being here tonight, and hopefully you'll be coming back soon, maybe in the Netherlands or maybe in another BFree.
Well, I was just given the Aussie dates for Celebration, so I'm currently trying to see if I can work that out.
Yes, do that, because actually 2 months ago
I want to come see, huh?
Oh, I know. Because I also wanted to say 2 months ago, I had this on my list. I wanted to go to Celebrations, and I said, I want to get my ticket, and I couldn't get it yet. And actually today, I bought a Celebration ticket. So
you did? Oh, good job. And you'll have to come up and find me and say hello.
Yeah.
I will be there. I have my tickets too, and my plane, and my hotel and everything. I'm bringing my daughter. She's so it'll be her first celebration.
Will you be on stage?
Probably. I don't know. I have tended to get the last few years I've had maybe for an award or something. I have already earned Top Achievers in Maui. I was the first one to do it, I think.
You're so cool about it. Oh my God. Hey guys,
I earned Maui 12 days after they announced it. So I was like, well, I guess that carrot's done. So.
God. Hey Rachel, thank you so much. And if everybody can just unmute their microphones and give Rachel some love.
And just quickly before you do that, let's give Mon some love as well. This is her first call running it, so let's get around both these amazing ladies tonight.
Thanks, Monica.
Thanks, guys.
So fun meeting you all. Getting to know you, Monica, has been great.
Love you. Thank you so much, Rach. Love you. Thanks,
See you
Mon.
at Celebration.
Bye.
Bye, beauty.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.